tenses, right? And so there were a couple of classes. One where we explained all these things. Second, we did examples yesterday. And today, what we will do is like today I have an kind of a workbook kind of a stuff, which I will definitely which we will do now, right? So I hope I have only Shakti today. Is it Manju? Oh, Shakti is on leave. Oh, okay. Fine, Manju. Right. So I have an exercise. So we will both do that. So I have an kind of an explanation as well. And so did you follow the previous session? What we did? Did you follow the last couple of sessions? 2, 3 sessions? Okay, so we did the 3 forms of sentence. In one of the sessions you were there, but after that we did the form of sentence, the 4 forms of sentence. I don't know, have you seen that? And post which we also did something where we also did the 12 tenses. 12 tenses. So I'm not too sure you have seen those. Have you seen those? Because if you have seen those, then it will be easier for us to do the exercise. By any chance, did you see that? Oh, yeah. Yesterday was your birthday. Yes, belated birthday wishes. And I hope you had a good day. Okay, anyway, Manju, so we will, anyway, this is getting recorded for those who are, uh, yeah, so those who are watching it regularly. The reason is like because I'm going to do a kind of a Q&A, right? So you participate, let's see what happens. So, what we did is like there are, for a quick review, what we did yesterday is like in verb tenses, right? So these are the verb tenses, and so there are 12 forms. So when we talk about present, past, and future, there are 4 forms, which is simple, perfect, continuous, and perfect continuous. I explained that in length, so let's not go into that because it will take the entire session. More than that, now I also did this thing yesterday, where we covered stuffs like past, present, and future. In each of them, for example, if you take past, then there will be a simple one, simple past. There will be a continuous past. There will be a perfect past and perfect continuous past. So similarly, if you take present, this is the same thing. And similarly, in future, these are the 4 things. So it becomes 12. So this is the exercise which we are going to do today. And no worries if you're not able to get it. And so you take a guess. And anyway, I have an explanation as well. So I'll explain that. And those who will be watching this session later as well. So it will be interesting for them. So first thing first is like, here it comes. Tenses, exercises, exercise with explanation. So there is an explanation with that as well. So the first one is like coming up. Upon my arrival home yesterday, I sat on the sofa, watched TV, and fell asleep within 20 minutes. So upon my arrival home yesterday, so it is yesterday, so there's a clue here. Sat on the sofa, so sat is also a clue, right? Watched, so that's also a clue. Fell asleep within 20 minutes. So fell is also a clue, right? It also talks about which tense it is. Now, we need to identify which is the 12 tenses out of which is the right one. So there are 4 choices here. The first one is past continuous. Second is like past perfect continuous. The next one is past perfect and simple past, right? And so you want to take a guess, Manju, which one is the right one out of these 4? Okay, so you're saying past perfect continuous? No. Okay, sat is past. Um, okay, and upon my arrival, right, that is also past. Watched is also past. Fell is also past, right? Fell asleep is also past. So you need to pick up one of these, of the 4 options. Which one do you think is the right one? Okay, fine. Now, what we will do is like, I'll show you the answer, right? So now, where, see, there is something known as, this is all in past. So in past, what past is that? Right? Past could be past continuous, which is happening like I play football. So I've been playing, I will play. Past perfect is like where you're continually doing now. And right, past perfect is like something in past only. And simple past is like which has happened. So more or less, so you will see the answer. It is the simple past. The reason why it is simple past is like, so simple past, what is the definition of simple past? Simple past is like, if I quickly go here to simple past is like simple tense and simple past. It only specifies to one particular period of time, refers to normal form of past, present and future. So here we are talking about past, not present and future. And it talks about one specific period of time. No more information, nothing is added. So that is what it is. So it is one particular period. Like I played soccer when I was child, meaning I played soccer when I was child. So I'm not playing now, right? So that is precisely what is the formula we will apply here. So what it does is like it talks. It is simple past. Everything is past. That's what everything is past. So it is a simple past, meaning it is only for one particular point of time. Otherwise, it would have been one of these. Now, there is an explanation. Let's look into that. The explanation is like the tense describes a series of completed action. This is what it is. Completed action. What are the completed action? Like arrival at home, sat on the sofa, again passed, watched TV, again passed, fell asleep, again. Right? Falling asleep, then it will become present. So, this is the reason why it is simple past. Simple past, one specific period. The speaker arrived home, okay, sat on the sofa, watched TV, fell asleep, all within a specific time frame of 20 minutes. Right? So it is one particular period which is past. Even if it's not 20 minutes, it's not mentioned, but still is very clear it is happened in past. So the simple past tense is used to indicate completed action in past. Simple past is completed action in past. Right. So we will move ahead. Right. I'll take the bulk of it. Right. If you want to try, you can, or else that's why I asked. Even if we see the session and all, no, it can be a little bit confusing. So the first one is completed. The second one, even if you don't want to, you will be studying English until you finish college. So I don't know whether this sounds rings a bell. This was rings a bell. This was there in a quiz as well. So one of the quiz which we shared yesterday or day before yesterday, this question was there. So what it says is like, maybe somebody is bored with English. They don't want to do English. So someone is advising, no matter if you want to run away from English or even if you don't want to study English, but we can't help it out. The reason is like, until you finish college, it will chase you, right? So that is what it is. So what tense is this, right? What tense is that? So this is, it's a perfect, okay. Okay, so here are the choices, Manju. Future perfect continuous, future perfect, simple future, future continuous. Future perfect continuous. Is that what you're saying? Or future perfect you're saying? Yeah, you're saying future perfect. Future. Okay, so future perfect continuous. So let's have a look. So it talks about future continuous, right? So it is not perfect. Perfect in the sense like it is one, it is like not one specific period of time. But it isn't perfect in all sense. But this is like till the person completes the college, so it becomes future continuous. So let's look at the examples. So the explanation, the correct answer is future continuous, because the sentence describe an ongoing action that will happen in future, right? the use of will be studying indicates that the action of studying English will be in progress at a specific point of time. It's a specific point of time in future, right? So at one point of time, it will get over when the person completes the college or finishes the college, which aligns with continuous tense. So it becomes future continuous, right? So this is what it is. So it is a little bit tough, even if you understand and stuff like that, right? But if you go through all the 12 tenses which I explained, then it becomes a little bit easier. I will not say it becomes very, very easy, right? So that is what it is. So this is what the practice is, what it is required to make it perfect. So we will do another two. We had another two, and we will complete today's session with that. So even when other kids pick on him, Jen Su is always smiling. Meaning, when other kids pick on him, meaning maybe pulling the leg or maybe making fun of Jen Su, is still doesn't really affect that particular individual. Always smiling. So, what tense is that? So here are the four options: present continuous, present perfect continuous, simple present. You want to take a guess, or shall we move ahead? Not sure. Which one you say? Present continuous. Okay, let's take a look. Yeah, brilliant, Manju. So I don't know how you got it, but that's the right answer. Why do you say it's present continuous? Okay. Okay, right. So the reason is like when other kids pick on him. So the point is like when other kids have picked on him, meaning made fun of him in past or maybe in present or in future, right? He's always smiling, right? So there is no reason where it will stop. It will stop in future. There is no indication. So it's a continuous thing that will happen with Jensu. No matter who says what, he will always have a smiling stature. So that is what it is. So let's look at the explanation. Explanation. The correct answer is present continuous. Why? Because the phrase is always smiling, as you also pointed out, describes an ongoing action that is happening at the present moment and is always smiling. Indicates the action of smiling is currently in progress. The present continuous tense is used to describe action happening now or continue to happen. So as I said, there is no reason Jensu will change this good habit, probably, yeah, if you want to say that, and that will not stop. So that is what it is. Well done, Manju. So you have got this one. So you can take another guess as well. So the last one for today is like, upon my arrival home yesterday, I think this we have already completed this. Yeah, this we have already completed. So yeah, okay. So this would be fine, right? So we will stop with this. So we have maybe I can add a little bit more, or what we can do is like we can bring in another stuff for next week, and so we can do that, right? So a quick one, what we have done is like, see, when we talk about tenses, so I keep saying, so when you are probably talking and writing, these three tenses is more than enough. If you are able to get these tenses right, which we did plenty of exercises, present, past, and future, that's more than enough. And we also had plenty of explanation how this can be done. And we also identified with a lot of exercises. These are the simple one. So we are not going here into like continuous or not continuous, simple and all. It's a simple tense, right? And there were words as well. There were a lot of words where it changes, and that is what it is. If we know this stuff, that's more than enough, good enough. But since it's a grammar, right? So we need to go into a deep dive and understand a little bit more deep. And so this is an opportunity as well which exists. So that is why the reason is like, so when we talk about those three tenses, right, it can be further into form of four, which is simple, perfect, continuous tense, and perfect continuous. So this is what it is. So it's very important. We need to understand this, what it is. So what this is like one particular period of time and simple tense, and this is like relate to one particular used for other particular point of time. So it is happening continuously. Like I played soccer since I was a child, and right. So since I was a child, so it's happening. But here, what it's saying is like, so the example, I played soccer when I was a child, or here it is since I was a child. So meaning it is something which is happening still, right? So that is perfect tense. So the continuous one is like they are studying all night long. So it's not yet finished. It is still happening, but at one point of time it get finished. But here this example is like perfect continuous tense is like, so Mia has been competing in few competition recently. So this is something which will not stop, which has happened in recent past, started, which is happening now, and which is happening in future as well. So I had this example, Manju, yesterday. So this would have explained a little bit more in length, past, present, and future, and then all these things with a lot of example. I wrote a story. So that entire stuff had, I wrote. So what are the changes which is happening with four different sentences? So that was a beautiful exercise. And post which, so this was an exercise which we did today, and so which explains, identify which tense out of the 12 tenses, which are the tenses, I think, which we fairly did. Okay, so with this, what we will do is like, we will wind up the tenses. That's what I would say to all our listeners, right? And so as I said, these are all good to know information, but as long as you get the tenses, the present, past, and future, that's more than enough. And these same tenses will help you in writing, and the same tenses will help you in speaking as well. We have done plenty of exercises, but if you want to go a little bit deep dive, you can use this. So you will be able to understand what are the different four forms and what are the different tenses as well. So with this, we have come to an end of this particular session, the last one of this particular week. So Manju, thank you very much for being a part of it. So what did you do yesterday, birthday? You had a bash? Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Right. So hopefully maybe another day where you can probably spend time with Sunday. Okay. I hope you have a great Sunday. So we will catch up again next week, Manju. Right. And goodbye to all the listeners and take care. Bye for now.